Yo, what's up, guys? It's Nuclear Cookie here with another video, and today I'm going to be making something a little different today now, with the additions of many Roblox Blade Ball guns added in the game. Now, I was going to make a short about this, until I realized that Blade Ball has many guns added in. Now, I did make a video about this about 3 to 4 months ago, but there were few guns during that point. Now I am here with a newer upgraded version of the Roblox Blade Ball Blaster / Guns Guide and Ranking. So ever since the release of Blade Ball, many swords have been added into the game. Not just swords, but other type of weapons as well. Some of the most notorious weapons in Blade Ball are known as the blasters. These blasters are, well, blasters or guns, which now mean we should head into our first gun / blaster. The Plasma Blaster was the first ever gun added inside of Roblox Blade Ball during the time period of November. With this blaster, we can see that the devas took a turn into something sci-fi, in which I believe was the first, if not the first, sci-fi themed weapon inside of Blade Ball. With the blaster, we can see that its primary colors consist of blue, gray, and white. The Plasma Blaster also seems to have a tiny blade under the muzzle of the gun. It also seems like it has a type of scope-looking thing, although this doesn't really look like a scope. It looks more like a sort of laser pointer, blaster, or flashlight. Now, this gun is able to be dual-wielded and was only obtainable through Robux in the sci-fi spins, until Blade Ball made it obtainable again through clans. This blaster can no longer be obtained anyway other than trading, which has yet to be released. Other things aside, I think this blaster is pretty cool, and overall I would give it an 8.5 out of 10 stars rating. Second blaster. The Nebula Blaster was the second gun added into Blade Ball during the time period of March. With this blaster, we can see it mainly focuses on which I think is Blade Ball's favorite theme, nebulas. So if you don't know what a nebula is, it's basically like a cloud of dust and gas that takes space up between the stars and, get this, it acts like a nursery for new stars? Kinda weird and goofy. I guess we know where Twinkle Twinkle Little Star came from anyways, off topic. With this blaster, we can see that its primary colors consist of purple, pink, white, and a tiny hint of blue. It also seems to give of a thorny vibe basing on how sharp it looks. Now this blaster was only obtainable through Robux, or from kills which would require 10 kills for one spin. Other than this, I think the blaster is well made, and overall I would give it a 8.7 out of 10. Now, for our third blaster, we have the Firework Blaster, which was added during the time period of January. This blaster was made to represent the 2024 New Year, which explains the firework. This blaster was only obtainable through the 2024 New Year Battle Pass. With this blaster, we can see that its primary colors consist of blue, red, and mainly yellow. This blaster also seems to have a cool feature, as it has a firework attached to the tip of the barrel. This blaster can no longer be obtained any other way until trading. Overall, I would give this blaster a 9/10 for its design. Next blaster. The Stellar Revolver was the fourth gun added into Blade Ball during the time period of March. Now this is not blaster, but a gun. Which gun? Well, it's in its name. A revolver, which is a gun in which its chambered cylinder rotates the cylinder and brings a new bullet. With this gun, we can see that its primary colors consist of black and mainly blue. Now this gun is no longer obtainable as it was a Robux cost gun, and normal price was $1,499 and dual being 3,000 Robux. Overall, I would give this gun a 9 out of 10. Now, for our fifth blasters, we have the Angelic and Eternal Blasters, added during the time period of April. Now, I'll put these together, because they are from the same theme but look differently. With the Angelic Blaster, we can see it takes a turn into angelic or heavenly type of theme, whilst Dual Eternal has the demonic-looking theme. With the Angelic, we can see it has some wings behind it, same to the Dual Eternal. Its primary colors consist of white and mainly yellow. For the Dual Eternal, we can see that its colors consist of black and mainly red. Now these blaster can no longer be obtained and were only obtainable through the Good versus Evil Battle Pass. The Angelic being obtained by completing the normal Battle Pass 5 times, and Dual Eternal being completed once with the Advanced Battle Pass. So by the way, some of the editing was done wrong, so the blasters aren't in timeline. But here they are. First is Plasma Blaster. Second's Nebula Blaster. Third is Firework Blaster. Fourth is Stellar Revolver. Fifth are Angelic and Dual Eternal Blasters. The sixth is Frog Blaster. Now, keep in mind after Frog Blaster the timeline is already done and good. So yay. I apologize for that. Next, for our sixth blaster, we have the Frog Blaster, added during the time period of April. With this blaster, we can see it takes a turn into animals. Don't know weird theming, but other than that, we can see that its primary colors consist black, yellow, and mainly green. Now this blaster is no longer obtainable and was only obtainable through the frog spins, which required at least 50 spins to get it. With this blaster, I can say this blaster is mid, and overall would give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now, up next for our seventh blaster, we have the Eclipse Blaster, released during May. With his blaster, we can see it looks way more different than others. Also with this blaster, we can see that its primary colors consist of black and primarily white. We can also see it has some feather-looking wings behind the blaster. Now this blaster is no longer obtainable anymore as it was a Robux cost gun, with the single price being $1,300 and dual being $2,000. Overall, I think these blaster are kind of cool and would give them an 8.5 out of 10. Up next, for our eighth blasters, we have the Frost and Fire Blasters, released during the time period of June. These blaster are supposed to represent a fire and frost dragon. With this blaster, we can see that its primary colors consist of grayish and blue for frost, and for fire, its colors consist of black and primarily red. We can also see that both of these blasters have some wings behind them, which represents the dragon. These blaster are no longer obtainable, as they were only obtainable through kills or Robux in the dragon spins. Overall, these blasters are pretty cool and would give them an 8.5 out of 10. Now for our ninth blaster, we have the Chroma Blaster, released during the time period of June. With this blaster, we can see it bases of Blade Ball coolest theme, chromas, which just means color changing, or color. With his blaster, we can see that its primary colors consist of black and, well, many other colors, aka rainbow. We can also see it looks more futuristic. This blaster is no longer obtainable and was only obtainable through Robux or kills in the Chroma spins. Overall, this blaster is super cool and would give it a 9.5 out of 10. Actually, screw that, a 10 out of 10. Now for our 10th blaster, we have the Sinister Blasters, released during the time period of July. With this blaster, we can see it takes a turn into something more demonic or devilish. With this blaster, we can see that its primary colors consist of black and mainly red. This blaster is also a dual. Keep in mind, every other blaster is a dual except Angelic. This blaster is no longer available as it was a Robux cost gun, single being $1,500 and dual being $2,300. Overall, these blaster are a little cool and would give them an 8.5 out of 10. Now up next, for our 11th blaster, we have the Divine Blaster released during the time period of July. We can see this blaster almost looks like a revolver, but not quite. With this blaster, we can see that its primary colors consist of black and primarily yellow. We can also see that this blaster has some lettering on the barrel. This blaster is no longer obtainable as it was a Robux cost gun, single being $1,500 and dual being $2,300. Overall, these blasters are pretty cool and would give them a 9 out of 10. Hold up. This is a bonus as of now on the 30th of July, 2024. Blade Ball devs gave us a sneak peek of what could be Blade Ball's new best gun up to date. Here it is, a purple sniper which seems like it goes on your back and shoots when parrying it. This blaster looks cool and was posted by the dev Sam. This gun has not been released yet at the time of this video is editing. Now, congrats! You made it to the end. Please subscribe as we are on road to 300 subscribers and I would greatly appreciate it. Anyways, this video took 1 week to make and lots of hard work and research, so maybe a like would help. Anyways, with that being said, see you guys next time.